The top 7 reasons why Libertarian candidates should do YouTube. Number 7, you can do collaboration with other Libertarian YouTubers. Collaboration is the proven way to grow a channel, and it also then benefits all the other 6 reasons I'm going to give for why Libertarian candidates should do YouTube. What happens is you appear in a video on the other Libertarian YouTubers' channel, and they will appear on a video on your channel. You could do like a top 10 reasons, and you do 5 reasons on their channel, and then a second 5 reasons on your channel. Usually it's the best doing the first 5 on the bigger of the 2 channels, with the second 5 on the smaller of the 2 channels. There is a problem that some YouTubers will not do YouTube videos with people that are too small for their size. Hopefully Libertarian YouTubers will realize that you're trying to run for office, and this will help the overall movement. I will always be up for it. If you're a Libertarian candidate and you want to run for office, contact me and we'll figure out how to do a collaboration together. Number 6, you can get income from YouTube. Now, you need a lot of subscribers to do this, and this is why I didn't put this higher on the list. In fact, if you got enough income to be able to do this full time, this would be number 1 on this list. But a lot of YouTubers don't get up to that full-time status. We should make an orchestrated effort within the Libertarian movement to help out all Libertarian YouTubers. I know that sounds very self-serving, but it should be done that way. So that when a Libertarian candidate, starts doing their YouTube channel, us Libertarian YouTubers can do collaboration with them, number 7 reason, to help them build up a following, and that alone can generate you income. You need at least 100,000 subscribers, though, to have a fairly decent, not luxurious income, not abundant income from YouTube. Once you hit 1 million subscribers, your AdSense revenue will be up there to where you probably could do it off of just AdSense alone. There are other ways of making money on YouTube. You have an audience, you have followers, you can sell them stuff, t-shirts, etc. And this is going to be very related to, in that aspect, to the second reason why you should do this. So let's progress on. The 5th reason you should do, Libertarian candidates should do YouTube, is it gives them experience in front of the camera. It gets them to talk to the camera. And there's just no way around talking to a camera than talking to a camera. You have to think of it as if you're talking to the people you're talking to. And where this comes in is local TV newscasts. They will commonly want to do this kind of cool thing. These places have mobile TV trucks. They give live broadcasts, and they love giving. It kind of gives them that big, network jazz, if you want to call it. What they like doing is they like saying this live camera crew out to, if you're a Libertarian candidate, to your campaign headquarters, and then you have one of the anchors. They usually have 2, male and female. And they'll do, a live satellite interview with you from where you're broadcasting from your campaign headquarters. It has better backdrop, etc. If you get up to a high level of visibility, then you really will have networks that will have you show up at a local TV station and have you sit in a little studio. There will just be a camera operator, and behind the camera there might be a sound tech, and there will be people up in the production office, but you're to talk directly to the camera while you're talking to someone in Washington, D.C. or New York City or Los Angeles or wherever. And you gotta get used to talking to the camera. And the only way you can get used to talking to a camera is talking to the camera. Number 4, it gives you credentials. A lot of libertarians are nobodies. As far as the press is concerned, you're nobodies. And it's hard for you to gain attention because of that. However, if you were smart and you started your YouTube channel before you started running, and that's what I recommend to anyone, any candidate, libertarian candidate, that's thinking about using YouTube as part of their campaign, start it way before you ever think about running for office. The further ahead, the better. You can't start a YouTube channel too early. That's impossible. So as soon as you are even possibly entertaining the idea of running a Libertarian Party ticket, start your YouTube channel. Get it going. A lot of it is just constantly putting out content. And by doing so, you build up subscribers. And that takes time. You could have a viral video and it'll rocket you up, but a lot of times it just takes time. My channel right now I think is 65, and I'm getting close to 2 months with this channel. And if you really look at it, that's almost like 1 or 2 new subscribers per day. You get a few in the very beginning, as I did. I got about 12 family and friends. Because this is a political channel, it's not like other channels where you normally can get like 100 from family and friends. Because it's a political channel, some of your family and friends are just not going to want to be, don't care about politics, don't want to hear about politics, or they are not wanting to hear your politics, libertarian politics. So that I got 12 is, I think, reasonable for a political channel. But from that point on, you'll be building on up. The more followers you have, the more press, the more subscribers you have, the more press will treat you as a credible candidate. If you got to 100,000 subscribers, I believe that's far more than enough to be viewed as a credible candidate for a U.S. House Senate seat, and even a U.S. Senate seat. But for just like a city council seat or a state assembly seat, possibly just 1,000 subscribers is more than sufficient to be taken as a really viable candidate as far as the press is concerned. Like it or not, celebrity status helps you win elections. Period. I did a video about how celebrities should be running on a Libertarian Party ticket. Here's the link. I've also, in another video, I talked about how libertarian candidates should all be YouTube stars. Here's that video. This one is just kind of like taking out the 7 reasons and putting them in order so you kind of get an idea of what they're all about. Now, the third reason to why libertarian candidates should do YouTube is it gets you the youth vote. I know the TV networks hate it. The cable TV networks, the broadcast TV networks, the radio stations, and the newspapers. But the young people are just not watching them and reading them as older generations are. The young people are getting their information online. And one of those sources is YouTube. Now, I've had some people say, well, maybe I should do a podcast instead or a blog. I would not recommend either of those. I know podcasters are going to get upset that I said it, but you're a disembodied voice when you're on podcasts. It's much harder for people to feel connected to you, and you need them to feel connected to you to be a successful candidate. YouTube is an audio-visual medium, which means you get the audio of the podcast, but also the visual. And I don't recommend blogs, except for maybe a supplementary media outlet that supplements what you do in your YouTube channel, because that even removes, you don't even get the audio. They don't even know what you sound like. So if you want to reach young people, YouTube is pretty much it as a candidate. You can have audio-visual platforms, but YouTube is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It dominates everything. So you need to be on YouTube, period. You can upload your videos to these other platforms, but you need to be on YouTube. Now, the second reason why Libertarian candidates should be doing YouTube is it gets you donors. The bigger your following, the more people will donate to your campaign. It's the case with any fundraising. The bigger your subscriber base, when you eventually declare your candidacy, the more of those are going to donate to your campaign. Like it or not, money talks. And part of the reason why the press does not give the Libertarian Party candidates much attention is we don't spend money, okay? We try to go off of free advertising all the time. And newspapers and TV stations, radio stations, they don't pay their bills with pixie dust. They pay them with cash. And if you do not advertise on them, do not be surprised you get very little coverage from them. But when you start advertising with them, you'll get the coverage. Like it or not, it's just the reality of how the media is done in this country and pretty much in the rest of the world. Except for those totalitarian nations, and then they pick who's going to be on, and there's no such thing as a democracy. Now, the number one reason why Libertarian candidates should do YouTube is the most important reason of them all. It gets you volunteers. Volunteers make or break a campaign. Volunteers are how campaigns succeed. And this is not just for third parties, this is for both of the major parties, the Republican and Democratic parties. They depend on volunteers. Now, way back when I talked about getting the youth vote, well, the majority of the volunteers that do a lot of work for political parties are young people, high schoolers and college students. They have a lot of free time. They have a lot of energy. They're idealistic. They're willing, they almost don't care about the odds. If you can inspire them, they'll work relentlessly for you. You cannot overemphasize the importance of having volunteers for your campaign. Period. And how you get those is by you becoming essentially a YouTube celebrity, a YouTube star. The bigger you are, the more local young people, high schoolers and college students, are going to be watching your channel, and then the more of them are going to come out and work for your campaign. This is an extremely important thing, and that's why it's the number one on the list. So let me just recap. The 7 reasons why Libertarian candidates should do YouTube is 7. Collaboration with other YouTubers helps build up your YouTube channel. 6. It enables you to earn income. The more subscribers you have, the more income. 5. It gives you experience talking to the camera. 4. It gives you credentials to the press. The more subscribers you have, the more of a viable candidate the press will view you as, and the more they will seriously cover you. 3. It gives you the youth vote. The young people are getting their information online, and YouTube is the best way for you to do that. Better than podcasts, better than blogs, because it's an audio, visual medium. They will connect with you more that way. 2, it gives you donors. The bigger your following, before you have your campaign, when you have your campaign, the more people will then, from your subscribers, will donate to your campaign. And the number one reason is the more volunteers you'll get for your campaign. Campaigns are built upon volunteers. The bigger your following for your YouTube channel, the more local high schoolers and college students will be watching your channel, the more you'll get volunteers from them helping out your campaign. All right, I hope this list gives those of you who have run as a Libertarian candidate or are thinking about running a Libertarian candidate a better perspective on how to use YouTube to run a more successful campaign. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.